Coming up on Cardinals Insider, relive a one-of-a-kind opening day in St. Louis. Plus, we look back on the moments that have endeared Albert Pujols to St. Louis.
It's just really special to be back and, for me, where everything started and just a memory.
And later, we take a run around the track with the hometown Budweiser Clydesdales. Those stories and more ahead on the home opener edition of Cardinal Insider. Welcome to Cardinals Insider. I'm Ozzie Smith. This opening day was the first with full capacity since 2019. But that wasn't the only reason for excitement. The club's reunion with Albert Pujols had the building buzzing. He and Yadier are finished after 2022, meaning that this was the last opening day together for Yadier, Albert, and Waino. Here's St. Louis native John Hamm putting it all into words.
Like any extremely popular, long-running show, all great performances must eventually have their last episode. Scripting the end is difficult. Finales have to do more than just satisfy you on a character level. They have to be the conclusion of the entire journey. The secret to any award-winning show is that you have to create character moments early in their development that stand out.
There's Yadier Molina's first base hit in the major leagues.
And there's the first base hit in the major league career of Albert Pujols.
Moments that start to endear the characters to their audience.
He hits it in the air to left field. Back is Chavez. At the wall, this ball is gone. Two-run home run, Yadier Molina. For the first time since 1982, St. Louis has a World Series winner.
Bring it along, there it is, baby. The Cardinals take the lead as Albert Pujols comes through in the pit.
Season after season, we engage in the exciting, complex, and emotional high-quality drama through our stars.
Hit number 2,000 for Yadier Molina.
They become part of the fabric of our lives.
Oh! He knocked out the eye in Big Macland.
Their seasons mark the passage of time in our lives, too. Seasons that allow us to look back and reminisce.
Batting third and playing first base from the St. Louis Cardinals, Albert Pujols.
But shows need finales. Characters don't go away forever. They stay with us in different ways.
Stan, the man, Musial.
That's why the ending needs to be celebrated.
His 39th birthday, he goes the distance.
Celebrated with style, charisma, class, and greatness, just like our characters.
Los Cardinals, Yadier Molina, una vez más, como lo ha hecho muchas veces.
That is hammered into left. That ball is absolutely murdered. Here's one into left center field. He's got another. And here goes one into left. How about three on the night?
So when the characters start to take their final bows and the final chapters are written, hopefully we enjoyed the ride. Enjoyed the moments, enjoyed the championships, and enjoyed having these extraordinary characters as part of our lives for so long.
Molina, Wainwright, and Pujols have meant a lot to baseball in St. Louis. So there was never any question about if this home opener would create some special moments. Here's a look back on a day Cardinal fans won't ever forget.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to opening day. It's been a couple of years since we had an opening day like this.
It's just really special to be back and, for me, where everything started and just a memory. Having two of my guys, along my side from that 2011 championship is pretty special.
And now, please welcome back the majestic hometown Budweiser Clydesdales. With more World Series titles than any other National League team, the Cardinals' tradition of excellence spans generations. Today, we welcome back some of the greatest players to ever wear the birds on the bat. Today's starting pitcher, Adam Wainwright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to St. Louis, Albert Pujols. And finally, one of the greatest defensive catchers of all time, Yadier Molina.
I'm my first at bat. I try to, really play it cool and all that, but these fans, that's why they're the best in baseball.
That ceremony was, I was worried I was not even going to be able to pitch, trying to make me cry out there. It was unbelievable. We got a lot more special memories to make this year than just today. When we got confetti around us, that's when I'll start crying about not being able to play catch the Yachty anymore.
Straight ahead on Cardinals Insider, there's no shortage of signature moments for number 5. See some of our favorites after the break. Also coming up, do you remember Albert's first home opener? No surprise, he went yard. That classic video in just a bit. Last week, we showed you the ovation Albert Pujols got as he entered Roger Dean in a Cardinals uniform. That reception was earned with a decade of Hall of Fame excellence in St. Louis. We want to celebrate number 5's return by remembering some of the moments that have cemented his place in Cardinals history.
Cardinals minor league player of the year, and there's the first base hit of the major league career of Albert Pujols. Out to left center field, and it's number 200 in his career.
There's only one Albert Pujols.
He knocked out the eye in Big Mac Land. Number 300 for Albert Pujols.
Here we go, St. Louis, Albert Pujols. This ball is back.
Number 400 for Albert Pujols.
For the first time since 1982, St. Louis has a World Series winner.
Hit number 2,000.
In the air, left field, and Pujols has given St. Louis the lead. Stunned in disbelief here in Houston. We're going to talk about one hitter. Who do you think it would be? On a night like this, in a city like this, in a stadium like this, it would be Albert Pujols. Absolutely murdered. He's got another. How about 3 on the night? What a team. What a ride. The Cardinals are world champs in 2011.
Big fly for Albert Pujols, number 600.
There it is. Hit number 3,000 for Albert Pujols.
Hugs all around for one of the greatest to ever play, Albert Pujols.
Straight ahead, MLB takes a walk in the park. Forest Park, that is. We explain later in the show. Before the break, you saw some of Albert Pujols' career highlights. From the very beginning, Albert had a knack for creating signature moments. He even delivered a 2-run homer to tie his first home opener. Here's how Joe Buck and Al Hrabowski called it on April 9th, 2001.
How's Mr. Pujols going to introduce himself to this home crowd? A 1-2. Well hit into left field. Did he get enough? At the wall. Welcome to St. Louis, Albert Pujols. 2-0 Cardinals.
Joe, you asked me how he's going to start his career in St. Louis. You'd say, well, if it's a storybook, you did a home run, but you don't want to put that much pressure on him. I guess he didn't mind it.
Wow. Think they'll like him around here?
No, I'm not sure. It'll probably take a week or two to get used to him. But look at that pitch right there. It shows you his strength. That wasn't a bad pitch, and he had to muscle that ball. But he has the ability. He muscled that ball out of here in the first of many curtain calls.
The opening day festivities weren't just contained to Busch. MLB celebrated the return of baseball by organizing pop-up events in city parks across the country. Here in St. Louis, they set up inside Forest Park, just outside the St. Louis Zoo.
Hey, it's Brad Thompson. I'm with my main man, Fred Bird, and we are here at the St. Louis Zoo. Major League Baseball has teamed up with teams across the country to celebrate opening day. We are here finally, and what better place to do it than the zoo? We got wild animals everywhere. Might leave one here. There is a wild Hrabowski over here. They let him out of his cage. I don't know how they did it. I don't know why they did it. It's dangerous for everyone here, but we're pumped up. Opening day is upon us, and I know everybody here at the St. Louis Zoo is excited.
Still to come, the Cardinals Museum is celebrating the 82 cards with a special exhibit.
We have one artifact that represents every player and coach on the team, which is something that we haven't been able to do before.
Get a sneak peek in just a bit. Cardinals Insider is a team effort, and that includes you. We'd love to hear from you. To get in touch with the show, head on over to cardinals.com/insider and click on the Contact Us tab. And while you're there, you can rewatch old episodes and check out our podcast too. Welcome to another season of Cardinals Insider. I'm Ozzie Smith. It's all at cardinals.com/insider. This summer, we'll be celebrating the 1982 World Champion Cardinals. A big piece of that celebration occurs across Clark Street at the Cardinals Museum. Take a look.
So this year we have a new exhibit in our special gallery, which is Celebration 1982. We're looking at the 40th anniversary of the 1982 World Series, and we're celebrating Whitey and his relationship to the guys. We've been working on it since August. I was inspired by Keith Hernandez and Tom Herr's induction speeches, as well as John Tudor. They spoke about Whitey and their respect for him, paid him homage.
I don't know if we would have turned it around and eventually won the 82 World Series, and I mean this, if it wasn't for Whitey.
I just knew in that moment that was the story that I wanted to tell, to allow fans to take a little peek inside of Whitey's baseball brain. So my inspiration obviously is the Victory Blue jersey, but I also wanted to take the striped banding from that because that's such an iconic piece of Cardinals logo. We have one artifact that represents every player and coach on the team, which is something that we haven't been able to do before. It was a true community effort between us players, local collectors. They're going to see Willie McGee's bat from Game 3 of the World Series where he hit 2 home runs. John Stuper's glove. We have a jersey that Bruce Sutter wore during the World Series. I mean, it's just one thing after another. Lots of jerseys, lots of victory blue.
April 15th was the 75th anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier. It was a pivotal moment not only in baseball history, but American history. We celebrate Jackie this week by bringing you some classic audio of him with Jack Buck on KMOX Radio. The two took calls together.
Traveling around the country and being in the job as you are, have you found improvements in attitudes of people toward one another, particularly your race?
There's no question about it. There have been great progress made. Well, let's take when we first came here into St. Louis. There were many problems here, no question about it, but after a couple of years in this area, the only thing people wanted was that, well, I played baseball to the best of my ability, and I'm sure with Bill White and the other color fellows on the ball club now, the St. Louis fans go out, and if Bill White hits a home run that wins a ball game for the St. Louis Cardinals, that's all they want.
Are you happy now that you were the first Negro to play Major League Baseball?
Well, there were advantages. I don't know whether you can say I was happy. I wish that it hadn't have been that way. I would have loved to have come in when I was 20 years of age instead of when I was 27, because it's your first 5-6 years that you get your experience and the knowledge. And when I was 27, should have been the year that I was in my peak in the major leagues. But I was at that time just trying to learn a lot of things about baseball, and I didn't really reach my peak until I was probably 31. I mean, as far as knowing all about baseball was concerned.
A lot of ball clubs in the league were happy about that too. You were tough enough as you were.
Jackie, what problems did you encounter being the first of your race to enter organized baseball?
Well, there were all kinds of problems. Problems with spectators, problems with ball players, but it didn't take long to overcome it because we were playing with a pretty good ball club. We won the pennant in '47. We had on our ball club a guy by the name of Pee Wee Reese, the captain of our ball club, that let everybody know that the only thing the fellows on the Brooklyn Baseball Club were interested in, as far as Jackie Robinson was concerned, hit the ball well, Jack, and run and steal bases, help the Dodgers win, and this is all that we're going to ask, and we'll help you in every way that we can. They did, and I've been appreciative because I don't know whether it would have been this way had I been playing with someone other than the Reeses and the Rickies and the Hodgeses and fellows like that who were really interested in what was going on.
Jackie Robinson, as busy as you are, we don't feel badly about imposing on your time because I know you never did have any trouble getting from one base to another.
No, not at all, Jack.
When we return, I'm answering one of your questions. It's Ask Ozzie, and it's up next.
No place takes you in depth with the Cardinals like our YouTube channel. Get to know the players, come along for one-of-a-kind experiences, and hang out with personalities from across Cardinals Nation. Plus, we capture the days and moments that make Cardinals baseball so special. Just search St. Louis Cardinals on YouTube and be sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. St. Louis Cardinals Baseball. It's time for this week's Ask Ozzie. Alexa in Davenport, Iowa asks, how do you feel about the return of Albert Pujols? Well, the return of Albert Pujols, I don't know if it could get any more exciting. Whatever tickets weren't sold to that point certainly are now. Albert has cemented his part in Cardinal baseball lore, and having him back to finish his career here, I think, is one of the most exciting things that could ever happen in Cardinal baseball history. Well, I think that it didn't take a genius to figure out, watching him play and what he was able to accomplish on the field and the big moments that he created, that he would certainly be a big part of the success of the Cardinal organization. And I think it's only fitting that he have the opportunity to finish his career here in St. Louis. It's kind of an encore, and those three were an integral part of the success of the organization in his stay here, and certainly having a chance to relive that and be a part of it, to witness it in person, is going to be a very, very special time.
Thanks for the question, Alexa. If you want to submit a question, head on over to cardinals.com/insider and click the Ask Ozzie tab. There's more Cardinals Insider after the break, so stay with us. The Budweiser Clydesdales have been a staple of opening day since 1983. And even though the brewery hasn't owned the team in over 2 decades, these horses mean spring and baseball have returned to St. Louis. We wrap up today's show with a look at the hometown world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales.
As we kick off another great season of baseball in St. Louis, it wouldn't be opening day without a special tradition unlike any other in Major League Baseball. Please welcome the majestic hometown Budweiser Clydesdales.
That's it for this episode. You can always catch us online at cardinals.com/insider and on YouTube. And we'll see you next week.